So hello everyone, in this video we will be making this effect, which is like pretty simple but looks pretty amazing, right? When you hover on something, it basically shows an image icon. You could show for your portfolio or services like I've done here, or showing your awards or anything that you want. It's very easy to make, so this video is going to be like pretty quick. And this video is actually, or sorry, this section is actually a part of my template. And you guys probably have already watched the previous videos which explained how to make all of this stuff. But again, if you do not want to make from scratch, you could get full template, like this full template, for $5 on my website. It would be called number 3, so I haven't uploaded yet. So this is like number 2, this is the number 1, and I will create one called number 3. It would be for $5, or you could get all 3 in a bundle for $10. And again, all of these videos are already made, like how to make this stuff, the open effect for this one, the switching effect. This all is included in the template. Okay, so you could see. So let's start making, and in the next video we will make this button which basically starts filling up from wherever your cursor is. So this page I would be linking in description. This page would contain the code that we are using. It works for Elementor free version too. And again, I haven't really changed the images and videos around here, but I will soon change it. But this is how it would look. If you go down, this one would have the code. So let's start making it. So I'm not going to show how to make like all of this stuff. It's like very basic. So let's just make this much part. Okay. So I'm quickly going to create this stuff and make it, I don't know, like a pinkish color. Okay, there. Now we will create a container. This container would be our list. So if you want, you could even create extra container in here or place it however you want. I'm just going to, in this container, I'm just going to go and add an image. So this is the image, and then after that I'll add my heading and make this container go left to right instead of up to down. And this image needs to be small, and we would be controlling that with the code. So one thing very important is to make sure the width is set to 100%, so it takes like the full size of whatever size is added in here. For example, if we make this smaller, we can keep it like this, but I'm just going to make it default and just choose an image quickly. So I've used this image. I can even make it be a border radius like this and add some text around here. Now the thing is, this code is only CSS. So if you have Elementor Pro, you could use it directly in custom CSS. If you do not have, then follow my steps. But if you have Elementor Pro, just copy this much. If you have it, okay. If you don't have, then wait for it. I'll show. Do not copy the style and style. Only copy the inner part. And then give it to, I don't know, whichever container that you want to. So this one is going to be duplicated, right? So there's no reason to give it in here. We only want the code once. So you could go in here and give to your custom CSS like this, and nothing's going to happen. And that is simply because all you need to do is go in here, DM hover list, and give it to this container. And then go back, DM hover list image, give it to the image. And suddenly you could see it would start working. Something like this. Now, if you do not have Elementor Pro, what you could do is you could go in here and type HTML widget and just go in this page and copy this. Anything that you add in this style tags actually is like custom CSS. So if you go in here, add, it would still work. You could see it now works. And to make sure this effect doesn't happen where it like scales up around here, you have to go in your container and give it some height. So let's say if I do 150, it would be like this. Now to make it not be from top left, you could just select your container, say that be in center like this, and it will basically scale like that. Now you might be like, it is scaling like this, but in here you could see it's actually scaling nicely like this. And the reason for that is basically you need to go in here and give it a height. So let's say if I give 150, it would look like this, and make sure set it to cover, and you could see it now looks proper. So whatever size you want, you could give it. It will basically work. So let's do 100 and see. Okay, so this looks good too. and obviously play around with the size of your container and all, like this. If you want to give this container a link, you could go to additional option and say link and add your link in here, but make sure you do not add any link to the image or this text. Okay, so when you use this a link option, you cannot add inner elements links, else it would break. So give at least to the container or any inside element, do not do both. And now if you just duplicate, you could basically add any other different image and all that stuff. And if you give the link, it will also turn to, you know, the hand icon. So I'm just going to copy this code in here. So I already did. And you would see that I've set the width to be 150 pixel for the desktop. For the tablet, it's also 150, and for the mobile, it's also 150. So for the mobile, it would be like this. So we don't want this way, so we'll keep it up and down and set it at start, and it will basically work like this. But again, if you want to do it, you could keep it same, but you will need to play around with the width around here. So any width that you add in here would be for mobile, tablet and desktop. And if you want, you could even use percentage, so be like 15%. Okay, and make sure to set this to 0%, because by default it should be hidden and only on hover it should be visible. So you could even change like 20%, and that's all you need to do for this effect. It looks amazing. It's like very basic, very simple, but it looks like pretty good. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, and let's meet in next video. Goodbye.